Hi, I'm Jake from JacobTubeHD. Welcome back to the movie I want to talk about. The show that is currently trapped in a closet. I am here out of fear, not because I enjoy being in closets. Although it is kind of cozy in here, not gonna lie. I am scared for my life. Because I said that I did not like a movie that everyone loves. And apparently it's very terrifying to hate a movie that is universally loved. You're not allowed to do that. Okay? I don't enjoy annoying high school drama, but apparently to everyone it's top tier comedy. I just said that I didn't like the movie, and then it just started spreading like a rumor, and everyone just started hearing about it, and now there's like a witch hunt out for me. Okay, I don't even think it's that bad. It's just not for me, but apparently Twitter thinks that it means that I said that it's the worst movie of all time, but I don't really believe that. This is the scariest thing I've ever been through. And I've been lost in the Halloween section of Target when I was a kid. It is that scary. It's way scarier than that. Way scarier than that. Wait a minute. I think the coast might be clear for me to leave the closet. Man, that was a close one. You know, maybe the best way to get the lynch mob away from me before I'm hung like a witch is to take another look at this movie and force myself to like it. Then people won't hate me and I won't get hung, because that's what people do to other people with bad movie takes for some reason. We live in a weird world these days. Let's correct my hot take before it becomes the literal death of me. This is Mean Girls. This film is about Katie attending public school for the first time after spending her life in Africa. She befriends Janice and Damien, who warns her to stay away from the plastics, who are the most popular girls in school, led by Regina George. Katie starts to fall in love with Aaron Samuels, but when Regina starts to dangle Aaron in front of Katie, she plots to bring Regina's status down. The plan is going well, but as Katie spends more and more time with the plastics, she begins to become one of them. This film was written by Tina Fey, who also plays a role in the film as a teacher. Okay, maybe I exaggerated my feelings on this film because it's not as bad as I thought it was. Everyone here kills it in their roles. Lindsay Lohan's performance allows you to root for her. Rachel McAdams allows you to hate Regina George. Amanda Seyfried is so committed to her role as the dumb blonde that she's the funniest part of the film. Daniel Franzese, who plays Damien, also provides some great comedic relief for the film. A good amount of the comedy doesn't land for me, but most of the jokes do get a laugh out of me. Katie narrates throughout the entire film, which is a great addition because it helps us further get into the mind of Katie and helps us understand where she's at in each point of the film. Now, all this stuff sounds positive, but then why don't I connect to this film as much as others? I think my main problem with this film is that I personally don't relate to anyone in this film enough to fully connect with them. Maybe it was because I was none of these people in high school. Maybe it's because I don't care for high school drama or rumors. Maybe it's because I'm autistic and don't understand why this shit matters. But this stuff is the majority of the movie, so it comes off as annoying to me. But despite this, I do understand why people can connect to these characters and what happens in this film. This isn't my high school experience, but this experience belongs to others, whether you were popular or going through relationship drama. Although I have personal problems with this film, it doesn't stop me from seeing why it became such a cultural phenomenon and people are still connecting with it to this day. Mean Girls gets a 3 out of 5 boobs that can tell the weather. You know, I'm kind of glad that I only had personal problems with the film because I think the angry mob disappeared. You know, that was a really close one. I could have died, but worst of all, I could have had to run. I don't want to run. Running makes me exhausted. I'm terrified of running. I heard someone died from running because a mob was chasing them because they didn't like The Lion King. How do you not like The Lion King? That is cinema if I've ever seen it. I think that person was talking about the remake, but you can never be too sure. You know, speaking of remakes, since I cleared my name with the Mean Girls community, maybe I can check out the new one that came out recently. Apparently making the same movie, but with songs in it, makes it a different film. This is Mean Girls, the musical one. This film is about Katie attending public school for the first time after spending her life in Africa. She befriends Janice and Damien, who warns her to stay away from the plastics, who are the most popular girls in school, led by Regina George. Katie starts to fall in love with Aaron Samuels, but when Regina starts to dangle Aaron in front of Katie, she plots to bring Regina's status down. The plan is going well, but as Katie spends more and more time with the plastics, she begins to become one of them. This film was written by Tina Fey, who also plays a role in the film as a teacher. I know that this is the exact same plot, description that I gave the previous film, but they pretty much have the same story. I do have something to say though that is different from the previous film. This is based on the Mean Girls stage show, which means it's filled to the brim with songs. Luckily, we have some musical talents in this film, like Renee Rapp playing Regina George, who she also played in the onstage musical version of Mean Girls for a year on Broadway. It's difficult to say new things about a film when it feels so similar to the one you just reviewed. The story structure here is the same as the original film. Every praise and critique I had about the original can be applied here. My favorite comedic relief characters are still great, most of the jokes get a laugh out of me, and I don't connect with any of the characters or anything that happens here, but can see why others can connect with them. Speaking of the comedy, a lot of the jokes come from the original film, but there's also unique jokes to this film that can get a laugh out of me. Obviously, you can't beat the original performances, but everyone here kills it with their roles and is able to make the characters their own. The thing that is obviously different about this movie and makes it stand out from the original is the songs. The songs are very catchy and enjoyable, and I can see people really enjoying them outside of the context of the film. They even give more depth to characters than they ever got in the original. Everyone on the cast has beautiful voices, especially Renee Rapp, being a fantastic musical talent as she's currently excelling in the music industry. The cinematography in this film is phenomenal. I love how handheld the camera is during some of the musical numbers and some of the scenes. It makes the musical moments stand out from the rest of the movie in a beautiful way. Also, I swear one of the musical numbers was filmed in one shot, and if it wasn't, they definitely made it look like one shot, which is always incredible to witness in any movie. The aspect ratio changes are also something great to witness, especially with the way they show social media in the film and transition between vertical social media and the traditional aspect ratio of movies. It's pretty much the same film as the original, but with enough unique traits to make it stand out on its own. The musical Mean Girls gets a 3 out of 5 people hit by buses. I think I've learned my lesson. To keep your life, you must never say that you dislike a culturally beloved movie. And if you say you don't like a loved film and cause an angry mob, you revisit that film and realize that your only problem with it is a personal problem, and you can see it as an objectively good movie. Who knew it was this easy to stop an angry mob from hanging you like we're back in the Salem witch trials? Which is ironic because Hocus Pocus was the first time I actually spawned an angry mob because I didn't like a movie. Maybe I should stop reviewing movies that I don't like, but everyone else does. That realization is a very close call because I was about to review Frozen and talk about why I find it annoying. Oh God. Oh, they found out. Oh my God, they're back and they found out and now I gotta run again. How do they know that I'm afraid of